So what's going on inside the brain of a Republican? I think that can be answered best by turning to Republican Congresswoman from Indiana, Victoria Spartz. She's a Republican from Indiana who was born in Ukraine, and she is a die-hard conservative. She hates Kevin McCarthy, and she's a loyal Republican, but she's very, very far to the right of Kevin McCarthy. I don't think she's a member of the Freedom Caucus. I think she's got her own little caucus going on. She sits on the House Judiciary Committee. She got to grill Attorney General Merrick Garland on Wednesday, and I don't think there's a single Republican in Washington, D.C. who can articulate what Republicans are thinking as well as Victoria Spartz. She succinctly and clearly spells out what diehard Republicans think about January 6th, Hunter Biden, and American democracy. This is a glimpse into the Republican mind. Here she is, taking 3 minutes to ask our Attorney General a question. 3 minutes for one question, but contained within this question is the entire Republican universe. Everything you need to know about their wants and desires.
Some people came on January 6th. There probably were some people that came on January 6th here, that had bad intent. But a lot of good Americans from my district came here because they are sick and tired of this government not serving them. They came with strollers and the kids, and there was chaotic situation because the proper security wasn't provided. That's a question that was answered really why. Why we debated for 45 minutes on the floor and didn't stop the debate after the people broke into the Capitol. But these people came, they were throwing the smoke bombs into the crowd with strollers with kids. People were showed up, FBI agent to people's houses. You had in my district, in my town, FBI phone numbers all over the district. Please call that. People are truly afraid. I just want to make sure if you're not aware that you are. And this is a big problem when people are afraid of their own government. And I'll share some other things. We're talking about justice system. I don't question, you're probably not a bad person. I don't know you, but I'll tell you, you're in charge of the department. And people right now feel, I look at Durham report and I call on the FISA violations of queries of millions of Americans, right? It's like KGB, but when I read Durham reports, we have this, you have a nice, playbook. First, let's have a special counsel, and then you don't have to answer any questions here. Then, let's extend slow walk investigation on Hillary Clinton, on Hunter. Everything is slow walk. We were very quick on Donald Trump, but you were very slow walk. Then, by the time, that investigation ended, statute of limitation expired, and all of your agents need to be tested for amnesia. No one recalls anything. Okay, you probably should have as part of your hiring policy. So no one held accountable, which was egregious what happened, in that report. When I read about them, I can't believe it happened in the United States of America. This is my frustration. I'll be honest with you. Then it's very interesting, regardless what it is, even people in Obama administration raised concerns. How can president's sons be serving on, corrupt Ukrainian oligarchs? Do you understand that it actually can undermine the one Ukrainian effort and policy? I think these concerns were raised. The Obama administration didn't do anything about it. These people are dying right now, and Americans don't trust this president. So I want to ask you one thing. I don't need answer because I know you're not going to, but I think you're probably a good American and you care. And a lot of these people are so afraid they cover up this stuff, I think, in your department because they're embarrassed that what we became as a country to say that what our Department of Justice became. That allows Russians to do propaganda in Chinese. It allows them to destabilize our country. That is danger to our republic. It is significant danger. And I have just one more question from you. I agree on corporate crimes and FISA stuff, even with Democrats, that we need to do a better job. One more question for you. Do you believe that, you talk about rights to vote, but do you believe that only U.S. citizens should be voting in this election and doing anything to make sure that only eligible people vote in elections?
Yes and yes.
Okay, I would like to see that, what you do. Thank you.
That is how every woman sounds to Rudy Giuliani. Doesn't matter where you're from, that's how Rudy Giuliani hears every woman. If I were Merrick Garland, I would have said, Mr. Chairman, do you have that noose you brought for Mike Pence on January 6th lying around? Because I just want to hang myself right now. That is a United States Congresswoman. Her name is Victoria Spartz. And she is now going to be one of the stars of this show. I've been collecting more and more of her videos. We're going to be seeing a lot more of Victoria Spartz. And with that, I yield.